Okay, welcome back. We are looking at these last 6 application examples on the section about simple interest. So number 1, your car needs repairs, but you are short on cash. Your uncle agreed to loan you $500 at 12% simple interest. How much do you owe in 10 months? Okay, there are going to be a lot of story problems in this chapter. And it's going to be up to you to decide what formula you're going to use for which problem. So for this one, I'm going to say, let me pin these. The things that jump out to me are simple interest. That is actually the big key giveaway here on this problem. All right, how much do you owe in 10 months? That's kind of a poorly written question. Let's just find out the interest that's owed. Okay, if you'll remember your formula, interest equals principal times rate times time. Okay, your principal is $500, 12% simple interest, so that's going to convert to a decimal point 12, and 10 months. Remember, we have to convert to years, so that's 10/12 of a year. That's the amount of interest that's going to be owed. Okay, on your calculator, 500 times 0.12 times 10/12 of a year. You get $50. Your interest is 50. So you owe, it's to answer the question, your interest is $50. So the total owed is your principal plus your interest. So if you borrowed 500, your interest is 50. The total owed would be $550. Okay, number 2, present value of an investment. If you want to earn an annual interest rate of 10% on your investments, how much to the nearest cent should you pay for a note that will be worth $2,000 in 6 months? Okay, another big clue when you're looking at what formulas to use in this chapter, anytime it gives it to you in months, that's usually going to be a simple interest loan. Okay, so if you'll remember, our amount was equal to P plus PRT, right? Okay, how much if you want 2,000 in 6 months? So you're actually solving for P. So we had a formula that P equals A over 1 plus RT. I think that was the last formula that we used, so I'm going to get rid of that. All right. So what is what? What do we have? 10% interest, so R is going to be 0.10. 6 months, so 6 out of 12 is what? 0.5? 0.5 years. That will be worth 2,000, so that's the future value is going to be 2,000. And you're solving for P. All right. So P will equal A, 2,000, over 1 plus rate, 0.10, times time, 0.5. On your calculator, I'm going to do alpha y equals, get my fraction, and then I want 2,000 over 1 plus parenthesis 0.10 parenthesis 0.5. I get 1904.76. So how much should you invest? The present value invested should be $1,904.76. Number 3, interest rate earned on a note. Okay, Treasury bills are one of the investments that the U.S. Treasury Department uses to finance the public debt. If you buy a 180-day T-bill with a maturity value of $10,000 and you buy that for $9,828.74, what annual simple interest rate will you earn? So I'm going to use some keywords here. Simple interest rate. So that clues me into using A equals P plus PRT. And I'm going to solve for R. Okay, what does this problem give me? 180 days, and I'm going to use the banker's year of 360 days. A maturity value, so a future value, A is going to be 10,000, and the principal is going to be 9828.74. Okay, let's go plug in what I know. 10,000 equals 9828.74 plus 9828.74 times R times 180 over 360. Okay, I need to subtract 9828.74 from both sides. Okay, 10,000 minus 9828.74 is 171.26. And that's going to equal, okay, 982874 times 180 over 360 is 4914.37. 4914.37 R. Is that right? Yeah. All right. All I did was multiply this number times that number. Okay, to get R by itself, I've got a number times R, so I need to get rid of that number. I'm going to divide both sides by 4914.37. Divide by 4914.37. On my calculator, I'm going to type in 171.26 divided by 4914.37. And I get 0.0348. 0.0348 is equal to R. Okay, I want to express it as a percentage corrected 3 decimal places. Oh my goodness. Okay. 48488. Okay, so 3 decimal places. Let's see, I've got to move it over. So I'm going to chop it here, and I'm going to say 3.485% is my answer. Number 4, what is the purchase price of a 50-day T-bill with a maturity value of $1,000 that earns an annual interest rate of 5.53%? Okay, here we go. Maturity value, that's going to be your A. 50-day T-bill, T is going to be 50 divided by 360. Interest rate, R, is going to be 0.0553. It's wanting you to solve for P. You have a formula, P equals A over 1 plus RT. P equals 1,000 over 1 plus 0.0553 times 50 over 360. So my purchase price will be 1,000 over 1 plus 0.0553 times 50 over 360. My purchase price will be $992.38. So the answer to that problem, my purchase price is $992.38. Number 5, a check for $3,097.50 was used to retire a 5-month $3,000 loan. What annual rate of interest was charged? Okay, what do we know? That's how much was used to pay it off, so that was the future value. 5 months, so T is going to be 5 over 12. A $3,000 loan, that's your principal. You want to know what R is. I'm going to use A equals P 1 plus RT in parentheses this time. Okay, A 3097.50 equals 3,000 times 1 plus R times T, which is 5/12. Dividing both sides by 3,000 first. So here we go, 3097.5 divided by 3,000, 1.0325. And that equals 1 plus R times 5/12. Subtracting 1 from both sides, I have 0.0325 equals R times 5/12. Then multiply both sides by 12/5. Okay, R, here we go. I want 0.0325 times 12/5. I get 0.078. So my simple annual interest rate would be 7.8%. Last problem, how much interest will you have to pay for a 60-day loan of $500 if a 36% annual interest rate is charged? Okay, 60-day loan. T is going to be 60 over 360. The loan, the principal is $500. 36%, so R is going to be 0.36. All you want is the interest. The formula, interest equals PRT. So your interest will be 500 times 0.36 times 60 over 360. 500 times 0.36 times 60 over 360. I get $30. The interest paid on that loan would be $30. That's it for this section. Now let's log into the software program and get to work on the homework.